Ladies and gentlemen, the profession of armed forces in Pakistan is one of the most prestigious occupations that our youth wish to adopt. The Pakistan Armed Forces enjoy prestige and respect amongst the populace because of their hard work, dedication, and sacrifices in the line of their duty. We are in debt for their invaluable contribution to the security of our dear homeland, Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier Zahir Alam Khan was popularly known as Zed Khan among his friends. And we are honored to have one of his friends with us, Mr. Ikram Sehgal, who is an ex-soldier, a prolific writer, media commentator, and a very successful businessman. He was commissioned in 1965 and posted to 2nd East Bengal Regiment. Later, he joined Army Aviation in 1968. He has the distinction of flying Lieutenant General Sahibzada Yaqub and Major General Khadim Hussain Raja in East Pakistan. In mid-March 1971, he was posted back to 2nd EBR. The battalion revolted and crossed into India and handed Captain Ikram and many West Pakistani officers and men of EBR and EPR to the Indian prisoner of war camp at Panagarh. In August 71, he became the first Pakistani to escape from an Indian POW camp. He returned to East Pakistan via Nepal, Burma, and Thailand. In November 71, he was posted to 44 Punjab, which is now 4 Sindh in Chor sector. It was commanded by Lieutenant Colonel, later Brigadier Muhammad Taj, Sitare Jurad, and Bar, where he was given a battlefield promotion to the rank of Major. His rifle company was named Sehgal Company after him. After leaving the army, he developed his own business, which was very successful. Later, he also served as the head or director of various national and international companies and entities. Apart from regularly contributing to the print media, he is a regular speaker at war colleges in Pakistan and across the globe. He also delivers lectures at various institutions and think tanks in USA. He has written 2 books, Escape from Oblivion and Blood Over Different Shades of Green. He has a long personal association with Alam Khan family, having studied with Mushtaq Sahib and Ijaz Sahib in Comilla in 1953 and later in Lawrence College, Khuda Gali in 1958. Brigadier Zaid Khan also worked with him in the Pathfinder group from 1985 to 1993. Mr. Ikram Sehgal published both the books of Brigadier Zaid Khan, The Way It Was and Weapon and Tactics. I request Mr. Ikram Sehgal to kindly come to the podium and share his memories. So over to you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The Alam family. A lot of people would be surprised to see me on the stage, but I go back to when I was about 7 years old, and Mushtaq and Ijaz were with me in Our Lady of Fatima convent in Comilla. In fact, we used to live downstairs and they used to live upstairs. And later on, all 3 of us went to GG almost together in 1958. I'm going to skip over a lot of details, but I just want to talk about a little bit about East Pakistan, about things which cannot ever be written. I'm sure nobody of you have ever heard of a gentleman called Lal Denga. Lal Denga was a Mizo chief, and Zede and Brigadier Zede and a group of officers like Salman, etc. They used the SSG, they used to go across and feed the Nagas, the Mizos, the Manipuris, whatever you may say. And from time to time, I was detailed to take them across to that thing. Lal Denga's daughter got hit in the stomach. And Brigadier Zede said, we've got to go and pick her up. A little north of what Shoaib Alam has been talking about, from Rangamati, a place called Bada Lankar and Chota Lankar, little hillocks. But on the map, the place that he said was only about 10 kilometers inside India. So I looked at him. He said, "What are you looking at me for? Let's go." So we went by, picked up Lal Denga, his daughter, and brought him to CMH Dhaka. Because of that one episode, the entire Mizo brigade fought alongside the Pakistan army throughout the war. And they kept begging in the Chittagong hill tracks, "We can fight for decades, don't surrender." So you can imagine the course of history. And of course, he's talked about the Calcutta raid by boat. I don't know how he would have got there without navigation of Shoaib Alam, but let me say this, that the most pleasant years of my life were spent in the company of people like Colonel Sutullah, who was the chairman of the company at that time. When my father died, I got him as a chairman. And of course, his friends used to go and visit him, Brigadier Zede among them, Brigadier Rao Ahmed Habib, Brigadier Asmat Beg, most of them Galleons, Brigadier Jafar Khan, etc. But one learnt about character. One learnt about patience. One learned about stoicness. They never praised themselves, ever. And they never liked people who came and, like said, tried to praise them on their faces. A lot of things can be said. It's a matter of great pride to have been associated with the Alam family. I worked with him in both of his books, the way it was, and he's acknowledged that, but alongside with other people, and Weapon and Tactics. And I urge you, and if you don't, I will do it, to reproduce Weapon and Tactics. It's one of the finest books produced for young army officers. It's a must-read for them. So, what can one say? You know, one can only say that the Alam family, Brigadier Zede, prominent among them, his two brothers who were very close friends of mine, both of them died, and I was emotional when I saw them on the screen today. It's something to cherish, something to not to forget. And instead of snide remarks at each other, that thing, we should eulogize greatness where greatness does lie. Thank you.